Gracenote is excited to have its Nexus product available in the market. As cars are adding connectivity, of course, they have the opportunity to bring in much more content and much more data to really build a really powerful user experience. With our Nexus product, we want to allow OEMs to own their infotainment experience and to provide consumers media and use cases that really help them to help them to power the drive of their car. It's really important for us to be able to focus on radio stations because radio is the most listened to piece of content in the car, but to also make sure we track things like news and sports and streaming so that you can really have one kind of central location that as a user I can log into to really understand what is available to me. We want to make radio look as good as streaming services kind of overall. And so we have our HDR technology and that will take data from the radio and help to produce album art and song and track information. We also have a full set of radio data, global radio database to help people be able to find the radio stations that they're looking for. They can look at specific categories of content. They can look at things, for example, like local and community content, and really help them to easily be able to navigate to the radio and audio options that appeal to them.
Your business is mostly the data, and you provide that to the car manufacturer or whatever is the interface, and they would design their own.
Yeah, Gracenote has always worked to power kind of connected devices, and in our heart, we're a data platform. This is an open reference application that we built. We'll happily give people all the source code so they can see how we've used our APIs. And we do that to actually then integrate directly with the data APIs that provide all the data that's necessary to drive that. And it includes information about like location, like what country, that they have different services or different radio stations available in it. Different sporting leagues might be more or less popular in different regions, right? So we need to be able to make sure that the APIs can power a consistent global experience across all the different media types. And again, really focus on audio, sports, and video as the three main use cases.
One of the interesting things that I've learnt in talking to you about this is that it's easy to get album art and song data from connected cars and connected streams, but that your service can also analyze the audio of broadcast radios, for instance.
Yeah. So our ACR technology works on any audio stream. So any audio stream that's playing on the car, we can recognize. And as we talked about as well, you get a central way to be able to track that information, right? So whether someone has listened to a song because of a radio station or they found it on a streaming service, Gracenote's technology allows the OEM to really be able to understand their consumer in a way they haven't been able to before.
So what you've just flicked to there, the person who owns the car, in this case a fictional character called Abby, tell me about Abby's listening habits.
Yeah, so again, for the connectivity really allows automotive manufacturers to have a two-way connection with their customer for the first time. And so you can see, for example, here, Abby, what kind of stations she's listening to, what kind of music she has heard on these stations, what kind of sporting events that she might have expressed kind of interest in. And that allows the car owner to really be able to understand which features of their car are being used, which services of that car are being used, and really a lot more about the individuals who are buying and purchasing their services overall. It used to be that car manufacturers were really concerned about kind of point of sale for when people drove off the lot, but we see increasingly as well that with more and more service offerings on the automotive platform, it'll be important for them to have additional products to be able to sell past that point, and they'll really need to understand the utilization of those and what features the customers are finding compelling to be able to build those products effectively.
One of the other features here that I think consumers want when they're driving is easy access to their favorite songs and their playlists. Do you provide that?
100%. So Gracenote's ID system also allows people to get a very consistent source of favoriting. And so again, we'll help you to be able to favorite an artist, whether that artist is found on any particular service whatsoever, right? So you might find they might have a television show coming up, they might have a song coming up. We will know about that individual across all of the different services that they're on. And every service, everything we have will give you a favorite option to enable you to add that to your personal data set so that you can more easily find that in the future. Because it's also really important to have non-distracted driving. And our user research has shown just the importance to consumers of being able to easily get to favorites.
can I favorite that with my voice if I just say favorite this or something?
Yeah, I mean, the interface is, of course, up to the OEM. Every OEM has a different car layout and a different cockpit experience, but we believe voice has a very important role in the connected car of the future as a really easy way to be able to interact, especially with media, in a way that consumers are used to without having to remove their hands from the steering wheel.
We've talked about cars here, but you also provide data for television, EPGs. You've worked with Foxtel and a whole lot of companies around the world. Just tell me briefly about Gracenote's business.
Yeah, we're the #1 provider of entertainment data in the world. We provide video and audio and sports data to the biggest entertainment companies, including Google, Foxtel, Fetch, Telstra, Sky, Amazon, you name it, Samsung, and they use a variety of our data services to build their consumer products because of the scale and quality that we can offer. Generally speaking, the largest media companies end up using Gracenote as their data platform.
Thank you very much.